The political theater in Kenya has officially entered the stratosphere. These days, the word impeachment is thrown around as casually as a waiter offering you a menu at a restaurant in Nairobi. Ever since the high-stakes ouster of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, whose legal fate is still dancing before the High Court, whispers, wild bets, and bold declarations are flying across the country. Everyone wants to know, could the man at the very top, President William RUTO himself, face the ultimate parliamentary eviction notice? But to understand if the hustler can actually be kicked out, we have to look past the noisy political rallies and dissect the brutal, cold mechanics of raw power. In theory, the supreme law of the land makes it possible to impeach President William RUTO. Under Article 145 of our Constitution, any member of parliament can move a motion to impeach the president on 3 grounds: a gross violation of the Constitution, serious reasons to believe he has committed a national or international crime, or even gross misconduct. But as any legal mind will tell you, the challenge isn't finding a disgruntled member of parliament to draft a flashy charge sheet. The real challenge is the sheer, terrifying arithmetic required to pass the impeachment of William RUTO. To even table the motion, you need the signatures of 1/3 of the National Assembly. That is 116 members of parliament. If you scale that hill, you hit Mount Everest. You need 2/3 majority, that is 233 members of parliament, just to send the bill to the Senate. African elders were right when they said that the stripes of a zebra are not drawn on his skin, they are built into his nature. In Kenyan politics, the nature of parliament isn't driven by emotional speeches or Twitter hashtags. It is driven by numbers, shifting coalition, and raw political self-preservation. Let's put this in everyday terms. Trying to impeach President William RUTO right now is like trying to evict the landlord of a building when he owns 70% of a company managing the property, controls the security guards at the gate, and just signed a lucrative business partnership with the head of a tenants association. You can scream in the courtyard all day, but your eviction notice will simply end up being used to wrap mandazi down the street. Historically, Kenyan presidents don't get impeached because they masterfully construct a tyranny of numbers. Ever since the recent broad-based government realignment brought, key opposition figures into the cabinet fold, the likes of John Badi, the executive has secured a virtually bulletproof legislative shield. History shows that a cornered political beast in Kenya never waits for the trap to spring. They deploy the classic handshake strategy, bringing critics into government and turning fierce adversaries into defensive allies overnight. When President William RUTO stands up at functions and lightly tells panicked politicians to chill out, he isn't guessing. He knows exactly how many votes he commands on the floor of the House. He knows that while the public might be frustrated by tax policies or economic pressures, translating street anger into 233 parliamentary votes against a sitting president is a near impossible task. So what is the final forecast? When the possibility of an impeachment paper existing is a guaranteed 10 out of 10, the probability of it succeeding is closer to zero. For the foreseeable future, the talk of impeaching the president will remain fantastic entertainment for prime-time talk shows and viral political videos. But it won't be landing on the speaker's desk anytime soon. So those who are talking about the impeachment of President William Ruto as a possibility should continue entertaining Kenyans. But I don't see it happening anytime soon. My name is Bigeti. If it is your first time here, make sure to follow this channel and to subscribe for more political analysis.